Hey guys, good morning. It's Monday. It's about 10:50. I was going to take a nap because I'm really tired, but we just got a water rescue call down in Georgetown. Someone saw a body in the water. It might be a body. It might be debris. I showed you guys a bunch of debris in the water last week. We're not far away. We're rolling. Let's go see what we can see. All right. We're down here, but it is nothing. It was debris. It was not a body. They have cleared the fire trucks. They should be coming out. The fire boats should be heading back. And I guess we can go back. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Maybe we should go get a bike and just go for a ride or something. Get out from under this freeway. Let's see if we can get around this truck. Yeah, all clear. The workers are like, what the hell happened? You know what really blows about this is I just paid for parking in the street, and well, there's $5 gone. Unless we can get the spot back. Let's go try. Okay guys, we're on a bike because it's a gorgeous day. It's going to be a gorgeous week. High temperature this week is going to be like 75, low temperature 68. It's pretty much a very mellow week. We have a event. Hey guys, good morning from the campus of George Washington University, where we're now on a bike just pedaling around. We've got a preset at the White House Rose Garden at 1 o'clock for an event at 3 o'clock, but in the meantime, we have nothing to do. There are no big fires going on, no murders this morning. There were a whole bunch of murders over the weekend. So we're just gonna run around looking for something to take a picture of. And I got an idea. There was some storm damage down by the World War II Memorial. So I'm gonna swing down there and take a picture of that. And then let's just go cruise the city and see what we see, you know? Maybe something cool will happen. Never know. Okay, we're cutting down. On the right is the United States Diplomacy Center. That's part of the State Department. That whole building over there is the State Department. And on my left is one of the Federal Reserve buildings that's actually still being used while the other ones are being renovated. It's a massive renovation they've got going on down here. Car. All right, let's get around them. Yeah, down here is the old Federal Reserve headquarters, which has been entirely gutted and is being rebuilt with giant, beautiful glass atriums. You can see that they're just starting to put them up on this side. They're going to add space and a walkway over here, what used to be just open air. So we'll have a neat little entrance. Let's go down to the National Mall, which is literally right across the street. And we're going to cut over towards, it's actually the World War I Memorial, but the World War I Memorial for the District of Columbia, not the National World War I Memorial, only the District of Columbia's World War I Memorial, which is on the other side of the National Mall. My kids love this. They come up to here and they go, "Dad, you need to lose." Wait. Annoying kids. Hey, we've snuck on to the National Mall. This is actually like a quiet part of the National Mall that hasn't really been developed. I'm sure there are some people who say there should be a museum down here or something else, a monument. Some people to just say, no, you know what? Having a nice green hill is fine. It's a great use of the National Mall. Down here is a pond, the Constitution Gardens, which is memorial to the signers of the Declaration of Independence out on that little island, and a lot of little ducks swimming around in the shadow of the big stick, the Washington Monument. Some ducks feeding off the bottom. My son saw that the other day, and he just had not seen ducks swim upside down to sort of eat off the bottom, and he thought that was the funniest thing he'd ever seen in his life. Just a bunch of duck butts sticking out of the water. He just couldn't stop laughing. The joys of being a kid. All right, let's go up this way. This is a really cool part of the mall because nobody goes out here really. Yeah, it's like you can get out here and just get away from it all. Most of the tourists follow the beaten path, which is right over there, and between the monuments and the memorials. But this is a little side path. I think I hear a chainsaw over there. That's kind of where we're headed. Let's go check it out. Ooh. Oh, looks like there's a TV crew over here. Let's go crash some movie. Yeah, there's some debris from the storm. What are they filming over here? Cut through this guy. After that guy. Tell me if you see anyone famous, okay? No, I don't see anyone famous. But then again, I'm not really that culturally literate. We need to get over this tree over here on the other side of the Kennedy hockey fields, which John F. Kennedy Memorial Field hockey field. Yeah, let's cut through here. This is where they put all the wreaths for the World War II memorial after they've died and everything like that. They bring them out here before they destroy them. Go around someone's photo. There we go. We're almost free. A few more people to get by. There we go. This hockey field, by the way, is also where they land the park police helicopter when they have an emergency on the mall or when they just have a delay with a presidential motorcade and they want to save fuel. Over there, though, that's the tree damage I saw earlier today, and I wanted to come over and take a picture of it. Let's get around this ice cream truck who's illegally parked. Look at that big old tree. That fell the other night in the big storms we had. It blew through here, but we didn't get the worst of it. Out in the suburbs, there was much worse. They had 2 people die, I think in Virginia, when trees fell on their cars as they were driving home. Giant trees fell on their cars, smashed and killed them as part of that big storm that blew through here. And it took out this monster old tree. What is that? It's an oak? Yeah, it looks like an oak. Golly darn. All right, let's get a camera out. We'll take a picture. Can we? There's some more debris down over here and over there, some other stuff down. We gotta get a picture with the monument. A fallen tree is a fallen tree, but a fallen tree with a monument is like a better photo. All right, look at that. There's more debris down here as well. How are we gonna get around that plant? Off-road. Oh yeah, there's the photo with the monument and the tree. That'll work. All right, let's get out the big camera. Okay, well, we got our photo. Already posted it online, and we'll send it into the agency in a bit. We're going to go back to the White House and probably go file photos from inside there, since we have a good Wi-Fi connection. And we're also going to check out if anything's going on at noon. At noon, some of the TV networks do what we call hits with administration officials. And we can always snag a photo of some cabinet secretary or White House personnel coming out of the hit. And sometimes they even take questions from us. On the left, this is the Park Police Mounted Division forward operating base for the National Mall. Their main stables are up in Rock Creek Park, which are much, much bigger. But they do have a need for a place for their horses down here. This was paid for by a generous gift from a woman who really loved horses, and she paid to renovate this facility and turn it into a nice little equestrian center for the park police. All right, card. Do I have to go through the Korean War Memorial? I think I do. Maybe I can get around it. Let's see. I don't like to bike through memorials. It's just kind of, especially War Memorial, that's kind of disrespectful. I can get around it. Do have a lot of people though. Crowd. This is the Korean War Memorial. This is the new addition to the Korean War Memorial, where they added the names of all the Americans and some of the Korean soldiers who fought in American units to the memorial. And you can go through and look up all the names. They're listed by service and rank. That's the original Korean War Memorial. That's like the platoon of soldiers walking through the muck. Very haunting. especially at nighttime. All right, we're stuck behind some tourists. We're gonna have to go slow. Seriously, the tourists split both paths. So if I go that path, I have tourists. If I go this path, I have tourists. I can't catch a break. Let's go up there. There's a bunch of people. Okay, we're gonna slip around the Korean War Memorial. We gotta get away from all the tourists. There's just too many of them today. It's summertime though, you know, and as school gets out, the numbers are gonna go through the roof. We've got about 2 more weeks before it gets crazy levels of tourism. All right, let's cut up here. A lot of yellow shirts. It looks like an honor flight. Honor flights are where people, they bring veterans back to Washington as sort of to honor their service. Yeah, there's an honor flight getting their photo taken in front of the Lincoln Memorial. And the honor flights will come from different states, different areas. Volunteers and military servicemen and their families help them out when they get here. And they give them an honorable tour of Washington. Sometimes they even get police escorts as they go around the city. All right, let's get back to the White House, yeah? It got windy. Yeah, we'll go this way. So off in the distance, you might be able to make out the Vietnam Memorial. It is the wall, is colloquially known, with the names of over 50,000 casualties from the Vietnam War.
Half our country doesn't think we should be there. Half our country thinks we have to be there.
So there's a good view of it. Now you can see there's little markings left there, and those are memorials left by fellow servicemen, family members, etc. Those are not thrown away. Those are cataloged and stored by the Smithsonian, I believe. They have a large collection of pretty much everything that's ever been left at the wall. They record where it was left, who it was for, if there was a specific person. If not, they just record the number of the plate that it was in front of, and they store it away. It's a lot of stuff. All right, to the White House. And a smaller tree fell over. We had a bunch of wind, guys. A bunch of wind and a bunch of rain. Just blew through here. I think it was Friday. It just took out a bunch of trees. All right, let's keep pedaling. Look at this, you got like mini buses, you've got pedicabs, you've got bicycles, and you've got cars and big buses. A little bit of everything going on here. These little golf cart tour buses, though, they're a little annoying because they don't go very fast. Let's cut across the street here since we got the light. It's good enough time to go. This is actually a pretty good hot dog stand. This one here. They serve like foot-long hot dogs. They're pretty decent. But no, I'm not getting one today. I already had pizza. This is the Organization of American States Art Museum of the Americas. And this over here is the Department of the Interior building. This big one on the left. The interior is a big place. On the right is the Daughters of the American Revolution, Constitution Hall, which is where they have a lot of events and concerts and even plays. These buildings up here, this whole block up here is the Red Cross headquarters, the National Red Cross. The main building is even more beautiful than this. Oh, windy. Windy, windy, windy. Ugh. Oh, it's hamburger. So much for the side. Oh, and he's signing on this side. Everything is gonna be all. Oh, come on. You trying this? There's no teleprompter. Don't we have to be behind the thing? Let's see what we can do here. Stairs. They're going up. They're on the roof. Okay, we've got a structure fire nearby. That's all the sirens. We're in the oval over there. That's not a bad shot. He'll look this way occasionally.
Testing audio.
Oh, the sun's gonna be. Don't they want to put remotes?
Mic check, mic check.
Remote cameras. Security guards getting ready.
Thank you.
So we got like an hour. Okay. Not that big a crowd. We're over here. I gotta wait for those guys to get in. Congresswoman Nancy Mace. She's here. A couple other congressmen are here too. Cabinet Secretary. That's his speech. Maybe not. Secretary of Education. Leaf blower man. Who is that? Pergam? Ted Cruz. About ready to go. It was like 30-second warning.
2-minute warnings.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States and First Lady Melania Trump.
NCII and deepfake abuse. Alliston Berry stood boldly for change, despite the risk posed to her and her family by speaking out and making her voice heard. Alliston, your voice and the voices of so many like you made this bill a national priority.
Brandon Guffey and his family who've lost their son to suicide after he was targeted in an internet extortion scam, of which you have a lot of them. A lot. I want to thank you both for your incredible work. And
Please remain at your seats until the President and the First Lady has departed the Rose Garden.
Try not to hit the chandelier. One day I'm gonna hit this thing. You look. That was good. I almost got that thing. You looked. All right, let's go dump the ladder and get out of here. We're gonna file these photos at home today. Okay, guys, that's just a quiet Monday in Washington, D.C. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Trump is not supposed to have anything on his schedule, but he is going to Capitol Hill pretty early, like 8:30. I'll probably skip that. Maybe we'll do something cool. I got something else in mind, but we have to see what else pops up on the schedule. Thanks a lot for watching. See you tomorrow.